Are you always feeling sick and ill and you catch the flu very fast? In this video, we're gonna speak about flu and how you can maybe manage a bit better in this flu season. I will show you how I do turmeric and ginger shots that can help you boost your immunity in this cold season. I'm gonna also share with you how I deal with flu when I get it, what type of medicine I get, and how I do kind of a mixture between meds if it's needed and more natural remedies. I don't know if it ever happened to you, but me, when I got flu many times, I would get like paracetamol 3 to 4 times a day because that's what it says on the prospect. It tells you to take every 4 hours. And if you are awake 16 hours, you're going to end up taking 3 to 4 times a day. That was making it only worse. And I was ending up having a flu for 5 days to 7 days instead of now I'm taking once a day and the rest I leave my body to recover, and also adding these turmeric shots. And in 2 days, maximum 3 days, I'm done with this flu. So by just having meds just once a day and the rest leaving my body to recover by itself, also to fight a bit, and it goes faster. It's weird. Unless it's really, really bad, of course, then you can take 2-3 times a day, take antibiotics, whatever you need. We're not speaking now about the very severe cases. Let's analyze now a few possible cases why you are getting flu, or more exactly, why you're getting it more often maybe. Lifestyle and alimentation. If you have a bad lifestyle, if you wake up, if you sleep late, or you may be working nights, if you're eating bad food, if you're eating sugar, anything that do with wheat and many other carbohydrates, they are not really good for you. If you're eating ready meals, or if you have too many vices, if you smoking, vaping, taking drugs, drinking every weekend, this can also be a factor why you're getting flu more often. Seed oils, and this is a big one. Please go and research Paul Saladino why vegetable oils are bad for you, or why seed oils are bad for you. I will try to brief you out. So these oils meaning vegetable oil, canola oil, palm seed oil, rapeseed oil, many oils that comes from seeds, sunflower oil, all these they are not good for our health, but they didn't tell us. They actually, if you go on a website of health, they will tell you they are actually good for your health, for your heart. And actually, this is wrong. It's exactly the opposite. You really need to go and research yourself and watch Paul Saladino's content. Watch more videos so you get the idea. They lie to us. They tell you it's better than fat, for example, from animal, which is the other way around. The fat from animal is better. So if you have duck fat to fry your food in, is better, or to use it in your cooking. If you use real butter, 100% butter is better. Because sometimes you can find butter, and if you read on the ingredients, it's 70% butter from milk and 30% is vegetable oils. What is vegetable oils? The same. Sunflower, rapeseed, all these vegetable oils that are not good for us, they put it everywhere. They put it in your butter, they put it in almond milk, in these vegan things, they put it. But not only there, it's in all your ready meals. If you're going to read on all your ready meals, they all have some kind of vegetable oil. Nothing is safe from these vegetable oils. It's everywhere, in bread, everywhere, in snacks, especially in snacks. Everywhere they put these vegetable oils. So Paul Saladino, who's a doctor, discovered that these seed oils, they're actually raising your bad cholesterol. They are affecting your, they make you diabetes, blindness, obesity. Everything comes from these vegetable oils, and people don't know. So people, they might end up, they will say, I'm going to go on the diet, and they will eat only salad, but they dressing it with oil and mayonnaise and other sauces, that these sauces they have seed oils in them, and they don't know why they don't get healthy, because you are still eating these seed oils that they are causing actually all these diseases, but they lie to you. They don't want you to know these seed oils are bad for you. Why? I don't know. You go and do your research on it. This was the brief. Carbohydrates and sugars. So wheat, rice, white potatoes, Fries, especially fries. Fries is also carbohydrate, and it's also fried in these vegetable oils. It's deadly. Fries is one of the worst. Pizza, it's the same. It has oil when they do that, and they put some oil on it, and it has wheat. Wheat is very inflammatory, but they don't tell you. All the cereals are very inflammatory. The cereals that you eat in the morning, they are not good for your health. I know they tell you that in the advertisement in commercial. It's not good. So these carbohydrates is not good. The only few carbohydrates that are really good, it comes to my mind now, is like red sweet potato. I don't really, at the moment, nothing comes to my mind, but maybe there are few, but there are very, very, very few, like 2, 3, 5, but all the other, especially wheat and cereals, even rice is not that good. Rice, I think, is better than bread, but it's still not the best. In general, any carbohydrates is not that good. It's good to be avoided at all costs. So you see all this alimentation with, especially if you're using carbohydrates and sugars, and all this affects your gut health. So your gut is your second brain. It's very important for you when you are for you not to get flu. If your gut is not in proper health, you might get flu more often than other people. And this gut gets destroyed by what I spoke until now. Seed oils, carbohydrates, processed food, bad food in general. You get me? Or, for example, you can damage your gut health also with bad combinations of food. So, for example, if you eat carbs, and many people, we still eat carbs, it's almost impossible unless you are on a keto diet or carnivore diet, which I really recommend. And I recommend you to watch Jordan Peterson speaking about the carnivore diet, and Kayla Peterson, his daughter, and also Paul Saladino, he's eating some kind of carnivore diet, and Eddie Ebu is also approaching this more carnivore lifestyle, ketogenic. This is the healthiest way to eat. So if you want to eat healthy, these are proven. And watch these 3 influencers that I told you, because they explain you why. I might not know as well to explain you why, but they know better. Don't trust me, trust them. Or maybe don't trust even them. Just go, listen to the information, see what everyone has to say, do your own research, see other people that they're doing it and what they say about the results that they're getting it. And after, use your own discernment, because I'm speaking in my opinion, and maybe they're speaking in their opinion. So we all can speak here in our opinions. So you get me? Just go and watch it and research. Other reasons that you might get flu fast could be other medicines. So are you maybe all the time on some prescribed meds that, I don't know, maybe you should or should not be on them? Or do you use all the time when you have a bit of pain, paracetamol, ibuprofen, antidepressive? Do you all the time use pills for everything? Do you have a pill box? That might be also a cause. Then also those pills, again, they can ruin your gut health. Some conspiracy theories will say it's even from vaccines. Are you vaccinated 3, 4, 5, 10 times? Maybe that could be a cause as well. I don't know. I'm just saying. Another things that you might get flu all the time, it's your thoughts. So if you are all the time having negative thoughts, if you all the time thinking about bad things, if you judge people, if you hold grudges, if you're not forgiving people, all these, it can make you sick, actually. For example, with the judging, when you judge other person, yeah? So maybe we all do this, gossip and judge, yeah? And say, oh, this guy is stupid. Oh, he doesn't know what he goes. Oh, he's, I don't know, ugly. He's anything that you judge, especially usually when you judge is negative. Anything that you judge, you will actually get into that energy. So you're thinking you're speaking about that person, but you're getting all that bad energy on yourself because you're tapping into it. You're speaking about it. It will come to you. I was reading that when you judge someone, you are actually taking all his bad karma onto you. So you help him cleanse. Because he might have that things that you judge and see in him. He might have it. But it's not your thing to judge or to point it out or, to even you should see only the good side in people. Don't see the bad side. Because if you judge, you're taking all their bad karma, all that energy that you're seeing on them, you basically invite it into your life. So of course, when you do that, you will be in a negative state and you might get flu more often. Your mental state can actually help you to have a better immune system. Another thing that will make you sensitive to flu, it might be what you watch, read, or speak. So if you watch only horror movies, if you watch only people arguing, news with only negative loaded energy, if you watch only bad things, like the same, maybe you watch other people gossiping or making fun of someone else or fighting or arguing, anything negative, yeah? If you're watching that, if you speak that, it's even worse. How I said, if you judge and you speak and you gossip, even worse, 10 times worse. The same if you read, there are many people reading only the newspaper, or they're reading only negative things, negative articles or things like that. All that, it can make you more sensitive to flu. Why? I will tell you how your brain works. When you say a word, you say cat, this word is just the word cat, it will paint on your mind a cat, like an image for the brain, and your brain will understand it. If you say lion, your brain will, the word itself will paint a picture on your mind, and it will remain there. That's what people don't understand. So when you say about someone stupid, it will paint a picture. I don't know exactly now how it will paint that, you get me, but it will be something bad. If you say, all kind of bad, negative words, those words, each of them will paint a negative image on your brain. Your brain will take that in, and it will remain there. And at one point, it might end up as a flu, or other problems in your life, and you don't know why. And this picture that is painted and goes into your subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is the mind that is the one that we are running on automatic, so we don't really think much about it, and it does things for us, and it brings things in existence for us, or our experiences. It's formed in our subconscious mind, and our subconscious mind is neutral. It doesn't know what is good and what is bad. Your subconscious mind, it just gives you what you give. What you give it will give you back. That's how it works. So you might be like, okay, why is the subconscious mind sabotaging me? Why? Obviously I don't want to be sick, or I don't want to have bad experiences, or I don't want to be, bad things to happen to me in my life, But your subconscious mind will bring into your reality what you give it. So if you give bad thoughts, words, and vices and things like that, that's what will give you back. It's not his fault. He doesn't want to sabotage you. He thinks he's making you a favor, because he's like, oh, this guy is all the time speaking about this, all the time painting those negative images on here, so probably he likes them, so let me give him more. You get me? If you like to complain, he'll give you more things to complain about. If you all the time negative, it will make you more negative, because that is his role. But it works the other way as well. If you are painting positive thoughts, if you read, watch, listen to positive messages, if you watch only good content, if you're ignoring all the bad ones, if you are peaceful, if you pray, if you go to church, if you meditate, if you do these nice things, if you go for long walks in nature, if you do sport, all this paints a positive picture, and the same, your subconscious mind will say, oh, he really likes this, let me give him more, and your life will become better. I hope you understand that. Why I'm doing this video about flu is because I've always been a very sensitive kid. I was getting flu even when I was a kid very often. The way it improved a bit was when I was more outdoors and I was more stress-free and I was playing with my friends and things like that. Somehow my immunity got better with time. In general, I was still getting flu quite often. Then when I changed countries, I came to England, my immunity improved somehow. I don't know why and how, but improved for a while. But this was still since 2020 when COVID happened, and since then I've been more ill or got more flu than usual, and this pushed me to find solutions. At one point I had flu every month for 7 months each month. So it was crazy. I was like, I never been this bad. The way I found now it helps better is actually taking less medicine. So taking, for example, a strong paracetamol like Lemsip, if you know, the stronger version. So getting like 2 pills, that's like 1000 mg. I think that's the dose anyway for adults. So taking that and maybe another aspirin if you have, add another aspirin to the mix when the flu is bad. I mean here, not when it's just you have a bit of tingling here, and try to get that without any pills if you can. Only when like it's really bad that you can't really take it anymore, then I think you should take pills. And when I do this, so carry that weight of the flu, beginning of the flu as much as I could. So I don't, at the first very small signs, I don't take it immediately. Only when it gets worse, I take this strong paracetamol like on the noon after the meal, with a meal. And then by night, I get these ginger shots, like 2 of them before sleep. And then again, when I wake up, another 2 in the morning. And I feel it helps much, much, much more than how I used to do it before, taking 4 times a day paracetamol and whatever, and the flu was keeping me for 7 days. And now in 2-3 days, I'm free of it, Another thing that you should take in consideration when you have flu, eat more healthy. So how I said before, don't eat sugar, don't eat carbohydrates much, don't eat vegetable oils, eat more meat, cheese, maybe some vegetables, eat more healthier, especially in that period. And many times flu is related with the gut. Many times see something wrong with your gut. So giving it better food, not processed food, things like that, it will speed your recovery. So try to have a nice meal as well. And especially I find if you have a nice meal after you took paracetamol. So you take paracetamol at 12 and maybe by 5-6 p.m., 7, have a very healthy meal, like a lot of vegetables, some nice red meat, whatever, and like a steak or something, and like no chips to it, so nothing bad, all protein and good fats, animal fats, and you will see an improvement or speed of recovery. From my understanding, paracetamol works in the same, like it kills all those bad cells, so then you get healthier. But it's not really just like that. When you take paracetamol, you actually are killing the bad cells that are making you ill, but you also killing a good portion of the good ones. And that's why it's better to try to avoid it as much as possible. Plus, any pill, believe me, these days, any pill is very toxic, but we are kind of dependent on them. But we can try at least to reduce the amount as much as possible and try again to find natural remedies. I found like tea that are like ginger tea or peppermint tea and chamomile tea are very good for inflammation and for gut and for flu. So, and there are many other, but you get me, this is just an example. But let's try to get back to the natural alternative medicine, because believe me, these pharmaceuticals are not what they should be. Another thing that helps with speeding the recovery when you have flu, I think, is don't eat after 7 p.m. and don't eat before 12 in the noon the next day. Why? Because, how I said, most of the flu is caused, or the gut has something to do with it. And if you eat at 10 p.m. and you sleep at 11, you're going to sleep, your digestion will be heavy, it will be hard, it will be all night working. And in the same way, if you wake up and immediately you go and eat some cereals or anything carbohydrates in the morning, it will just spike your insulin, it will make it worse. Especially if you have like a leaky gut or something and you put some wheat cereals or something, you're going to feel like the flu is coming back even worse. So the whole idea is, so you give a rest to the digestion and also your gut to recover in the meantime. That's the whole idea. Having maybe meds once and then after having ginger shots or other teas over the day, reducing also maybe coffee, milk, over the day when you have flu, it will help reducing it, maybe just 1 cup and things like that, I think it will help more. The thing is, it might work or it might not work, but I think it's worth giving a try. This is just in my opinion and how I see the things and how they work for me. But even sometimes I do everything how I should and I still get the flu. Since COVID, like you go now in the bus and you end up coming out with a flu. You go to a networking event, you end up coming back with you feel your negatives already. You already feel it. So sometimes even if we do all this, what I'm telling you here, and we are doing our best, we're still gonna catch it. But if I think if we do, or at least me, when I do all these things, and I the way I do it, I feel better. It at least it goes faster away. So it's not as severe, it's not as hard. Okay, I get it, but in 2-3 days I'm done with it. So that's the whole idea. Let me know if you know other remedies or what is your opinion about this. Share it in the comments. Now, let's see what Optimus Conspirator has to say about why we are getting flu so often, especially since COVID.
Okay, what do you want me to tell you? I think we all know what's wrong with this. Why people are getting the flu, vaccines, chemtrails, bad sugary processed food, fear induced by news, feminism, and you're not having stability, like, they're making everything possible so people are not stable anymore. People are getting divorced more and more often, not getting married anymore. They don't have a stable environment. Loneliness, they want you lonely and depressed and stressed and anxious and to work all the time to impress the other gender. They want big egos, they want you heartbroken, so you think by working hard and taking that car, buying that new house will get you that partner that you want, or as a woman, if you put that BBL, if you put silicone, you're gonna get the man that you want, and they keep you like this over and over, and by you wanting all the time branded clothes, expensive stuff, this only makes you more stressed, and you have just going out once in a while to showcase your things that you bought.
Okay, Optimus, but you kind of lost me. So you said vaccines, chemtrails, food, almost everything. Can you elaborate a bit?
Yeah, sure, of course I can elaborate a bit. So first they vax you, yeah? They put that part of the virus inside of you, or part of viruses inside of you. Actually, they put a lot of shit inside of you. They tricked us telling us these vaccines are actually making us healthier. But I will tell you one thing. Medicine evolved so much that you can't find not even one person healthy without no issues these days. Everyone has something. So the medicine evolved so much that nobody is healthy anymore. Think about that, how much the medicine evolved. How do you think they manage to keep us sick? How do you think they manage to all the time these new diseases to appear and then all the time having solutions to it, or pretending they have solutions? Because diabetes and cancer, they still didn't fix them. All the same with Alzheimer and other illnesses. But I'll tell you what, they have the cure for everything, and they don't want to tell you. And the cure is, don't eat their bullshit, don't eat their food, don't eat their nothing. The best key is to try to be self-sustainable, try to grow your own food, have your cows, have your chickens, have eggs, eat exactly what they tell you not to eat.
Okay, Optimus, I understand with the food and things, and but still, can you explain us with the vaccines more?
They put that under your skin, they put all kind of diseases, viruses, things that it shouldn't be in your body. Your body is a temple, but they put this inside of you. And the lie they give to you is they put just part of virus in you that is half asleep, and that this virus will after make antibodies for you, and you're gonna become more resistant. This is the biggest bullshit ever. This is the same with people when in COVID time, the most sick people are the ones that got vaxxed. So how can you not see it? Okay, I see you are a bit slow. After they put this under your skin, they use the chemtrails to activate it. How can you explain half of all the population on the COVID time, they are all sick in the same time? How can we explain that? But all the time the sky is full of chemtrails. How can you not see this? So they put it's basically, they put in you already the viruses, half asleep, how they say, and after they put the missing part with the chemtrails. And after you see everyone sick and everyone having the same symptoms and everyone having the same diseases. How can you explain this, please? And besides these chemtrails that they activated, the next part is fear, confusion, loneliness, how I said before, people being more greedy, people not being in touch with their spirituality. And of course, that's another trigger, because nothing makes someone more sick than being afraid all the time, than being anxious, depressed, than being confused. Also, they spread confusion. All the subjects in the media is bought by them, and you can't trust any of the media, because in the media, if you've seen, is only negative, because they want you to be in the fear state. Because I'll tell you what, when you are in the fear state, this part of your brain here shuts down, and you're gonna remain with the back brain, that this brain is just the animal brain. It doesn't help you in any way. You're not gonna find solutions, and that's what they want. They don't want you to think rationally with this one. They want you to think with this one like an animal. Just be afraid, run away, don't do anything, don't take any risk, don't take any action, don't do your things. Just listen to them, and when they tell you something, just listen blindly, like a sheep when they're pushed in a certain direction, they don't say anything. And that's what they want you, and that's why everything combined, how I said. So the chemtrails, after they make you scared, and after on purpose they put this LGBTQ, they put this feminism. Why? Because this goes so deeply against our human nature that, of course, when people, even me now, when I look at it, it makes me confused, it makes me angry. I'm like, how can people say this? How can, it's so, you can feel it inside of you, it's so wrong, you know, many things, like even with the men going in the women's locker room, or feminism, when they try to be manly and lead, and they don't want to be mothers, and they want to abort kids and things like that. All this is with plan. That's why they put it there, to make you angry. That's the idea. You know, it was that example with if you put in a jar red ants and black ants, they will not have any problem with themselves. But if someone take a jar and shake it, the red ants will start to fight with the black ants. And it's the same with us here. So we were here in the society, different races, and we were all the same, but you get me. It looks like we are different, but we are not. And the problem is, after this news, that they are specially by them. You're gonna, all the time when you see now racial news, you need to think twice until you act, because they do this on purpose. They show you sometimes the black guy doing something bad and the white community getting angry. Then the white community doing something wrong to a black person and the black community getting angry. And then the Muslim doing wrongs and the Christians going crazy. And this is all on purpose. You need to think about who was filming these scenes exactly at the right moment, from the right perspective, and things like that. Many times they are made up. Maybe they look so real, and it goes so against our nature, and it makes feelings into people. They make them angry, and this is how they make you sick. Do you get it?
Okay, I think I get it.
What you don't get it, and after the vaccinated becomes a factory for the unvaccinated, and this is how everyone gets sick. Don't you get it? The ones that have the virus in them, they are contaminated, and after it's activated with the chemtrails, with the fear, with the confusion, with loneliness, with feminism, with LGBTQ, that's how they activate the disease inside of them. And they activate this inside the vaccinated ones more than the unvaccinated. And then the vaccinated transmitted through also the unvaccinated, because the vaccinated becomes a factory. What you don't understand, the vaccinated has already the virus in them, and it's awakened by the chemtrails and the fear, and they are like walking. It is like a factory for big pharma to do ill people. So like that, the hospital has all the time ill people, medicine is sold out, everything, it goes how they want it. That's what you don't get. And it goes also hand in hand with bad food and with vegetable oils. That's why they promote to you vegetable oils. Maybe if you're using butter, they will say, no, you need to use vegetable oils because this is healthy, according to who? To FDA and other, other food administration, government administration companies. And that's why everyone is sick, because if you go and buy a pretzel, it has vegetable oil in it. If you have a protein bar, it has vegetable oils in it. If you have a cooked meal, ready cooked meals, they have vegetable oils in them. Anything that you eat, you buy, anything, any snacks, anything, it's full of vegetable oil. That vegetable oil causes us heart diseases, diabetes, blindness, all kind of things that all in themselves, they go worse, deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. And this cycle will not end until people will not end believing big pharma. But how I said is, big pharma is the big food industry. It's many other industries, the vegetable oils industry. There's many things, and the only way you can really be sure is follow now Jordan Peterson or Michaela Peterson and Eddie Ebu and Paul Saladino, that they will teach you how to eat properly. Just research them now. And beside this, we need to go back to living out of our land. We need to go back and have some chickens, eggs, have our own goats and cows and do our own things, because believe me, you can't trust anything these days. Maybe you go carnivore and who knows what they put in that meat as well. You cannot trust them. I tell you, the only way to be a sovereign individual these days is you going back to the roots, leaving the cities and going back to the village side and start having some animals, having some safe, sustainable things and vegetables, grow your own vegetable, put a tree too. This is the only way if you really want to be healthy 100%. Of course, also if you do like probably a lot of money and you can push yourself out easier, but until then, if you have the possibility to go and grow your own things, that will be a much better solution.
Okay, Optimus, this was quite interesting. I don't even know what to say. Is anything else would you like to tell us?
Yes, of course. It's one more thing that I would like to tell you. It's they will tell you eggs and meat is bad for you, that you do cancer, that butter is bad for you, but it's exactly on the other way around. The vegetable oils, the grains, all the carbohydrates, those ones are the ones that they do the most damage, especially the seed oils. That means vegetable oils, sunflower oil, canola oil, coconut oil. No, coconut oil is good actually. Palm oil. All these vegetable is not good. The only good oils is avocado oil, olive oil, coconut oil, tallow. What else? Any beef, any fat from animal, beef fat, duck fat, butter and butter ghee. But be careful, because even this, you might think you're buying butter and you're not. Read the ingredients. It should be 100% milk. And some companies, they do 70% milk and 30% vegetable oils. So they make it cheaper like that for them. But it basically 30% vegetable oils that gives you heart attacks. So the only good butter is the one that has 100% milk on it.
Okay, Optimus, thank you for tuning in today with us, and hope to see you again. Maybe if the viewers has more questions, should they ask you?
Yes, of course. I'm glad to be on your show at any time. So if you want to know more, just ask me the right questions, and I'm gonna let you know. We are waking up, and I like to do my own thing here and help people. So if your viewers wants to know something, let me know and I will help them. Optimus Conspirator logging out.
Hi guys, so here is how I do my ginger shots. So I also have it here filmed on a mobile so you can see more close up. You need one apple, an orange, 2 lemons. Even the fruits are up to you. You can use pineapple with this, or you can use, if you don't have anything, you can use even apple and banana. This is all up to you, but as a rule, I would like to use more citrics. So like this, like this. Even the apple, it's okay. Like banana, I think it has even more sugar than it should. Me now, I'm following a keto diet, and actually I realized that my flu also improved since I'm doing keto. So you see, it's related to what I said earlier in the video about the gut health. So somehow, when I avoid carbohydrates, like in the night, I have sleep apnea. And this is like a recent thing. It started like 1 year ago or something. And when I'm not eating carbs at all, immediately I can sleep well on night. So on the day that I didn't have any carbohydrates, it's just I can sleep better on night. Like I can breathe on my nose. I don't have, my mouth doesn't open during the sleep, and I don't have dry mouth and wake up or have nightmares because I'm not breathing well while I'm sleeping. So it's a combination. I think it's something related to gut health as well. But this should also help with the gut health, but also have a look into the carnivore diet and into the keto diet for a better gut health and things. Of course, there are many other diets. It's up to you. You need to do your own research. I'm just sharing what I think it works for me. And I think this might also help you. So that's what I'm doing, why I'm doing it. But it doesn't mean I know exactly what I'm saying. You need to do your own research. I do this just because some people might find it useful or inspiring. So maybe you see this on me and maybe you come with a different idea and you're going to say, oh, I can use different powder instead of this, or I can use different, like different fruits, or I can do it in this way. So anyway, I have these fruits here, but I'm not going to use the apple or the orange because I'm actually on a keto diet and I don't want sugar. This, I think, I have a lot of sugar. But you can use, if you are not in a keto, if you're okay with the carbohydrates and everything works fine for you, you can use, apple or this or both of them. The thing is the same. I have a small recipient here for my blender. I have a Ninja blender here. And first you can do the fruits because it will take some space. And after you can do the powders and you can mix them together. And I have this thing. See, this is, I will do my lemons with it. So this is to squash the lemons with. I have some salt. I have some pepper here, even though it says different on the label, it's pepper here, black pepper. Like I have the ginger powder. I have some chili powder. The turmeric powder, and just about this. We're gonna do from these 5 ingredients. I have some water here, some water. I have this, and we're gonna put all the juice here, and we're gonna wait until it drains into this one. I will do the lemons now. Can put a bit of water because we're gonna put the powders after, and we don't want powder to stick to the bottom of this. I would say about 4 or 5 of ginger powder. You can find different ones. This is what I have. Ginger powder. So we need to get about, I would say 5 full spoons. It's enough. 2, 3, 4, 5 of ginger, 1 or 2 of turmeric, maybe not very full, I'm like this. The proportions, it depends on you each. I put just what I think it's okay. It is not good or wrong. You can put a bit more or a bit less, it's up to you. So 5 those, 2.5 of this. Told you I have some salt here. I'm gonna put a bit of salt. I think it's enough. Some black pepper. I think it's enough, black pepper. And we're gonna put some chili as well. Maybe half a spoon of chili. This is how it looks now. It's just water and all the powders that I just put here. And you could put here the orange and the apple. It's up to you. either one of them or both or half and half, or even if you have three fruits, like you can have half kiwi, half apple, half this. It's up to you. You know, it's just more for the flavor with the fruits. And we already remember we have 2 lemons here and all this powder. So now I'm just gonna put more water. Gonna put it here. I'm gonna put it for 1 minute. And this is why now this comes in hands, yeah? We're gonna put it here, and the thick powder and things will remain here. And if you did it with fruits, the fruits, the thick part of the fruits will remain here. And now we just pour this here. Of course, it will be a bit easier for me now because I don't have fruits here. If I would have the fruits in here, this will be like thick everywhere, and it will not go immediately. It will stay here. So what you would need to do, it will be to do something like this even for this one, you see. But imagine, you see how it goes. You would need to do the same process if you would have fruits with more fiber in it, and the thick part of the fruits. You're gonna need it will stay like when you're gonna pour it here. It will stay until here, and you will need to mix all the time. This is your ginger shots. You see, it's not a big deal. And if you don't know where to find the spices, go to some Indian shop. Maybe Google Indian shop or things like that. Somewhere where they have a lot of spices, and you can find like the ones I have here that they come in bigger packs if you need also for cooking. And you can also use fresh ginger, but it will be a bit harder, I think. Like when you put powder, it's easier, but you can use fresh ginger as well. And this one, you're gonna put it in a small shot, and you're gonna take one in the night, one in the morning, and it should help. Be spicy, but it's what you need. In case you feel it's too spicy, have some water, but maybe not immediately. So half a glass of water, dilute it a bit, and I think it will still help. Yeah, thank you for watching. I hope it helps.